Did you know that you can still play the most quintessential multiplayer shooter ever on a Nokia phone, even in 2025? Welcome to Myorknet, and I'm talking about ID Software's Quake Free Arena, a game released in 1999 on PC and later ported to pretty much anything that could handle 3D graphics, and this of course involves Nokia phones. In particular, Nokia phones with Symbian Series 60 version 3 feature pack 1. This port was made in 2008 by Oston Hinka and shared on their website and various Symbian forums. Based on a forum post, people seem to like this port, and even some tech websites reported about its existence to spread the news further. There is a fixed version made by someone else too. It's posted on GitHub and it's from 2020, so some people are probably still playing Quake 3 that way. Hinka not only ported Quake 3 to Symbian, but also its first and second installment, as well as Quakeworld, which is a mode for Quake that allows to play community multiplayer matches. It has only few servers available, but people still play it, and it runs faster than Quake 3 Arena. Since Tibia Mobile Edition closed their Symbian and Java support last year, those are probably one of the last working multiplayer games that are still playable. These are still available to download on archive.org. The links are in the description. Before we proceed, hit the like button, it helps us grow the channel. So what do you need to start playing Quake 3 on your mobile device? First, you need a capable phone, like the Nokia N95, 8GB like we have. Then you need to download PIPS runtime library, which you can find on the same page as the game download. At last, you need internet and some patience. Since the game was ported a while ago, some servers just won't work. Download speed on those phones isn't fast either, so downloading maps can take forever too. But when you finally connect to the server, it will be worth it. Let's start with Quakeworld. After launching the app and connecting to the internet, you have to use the connect command alongside an IP address to play online, since there is no server browser built in. When the game finishes downloading maps and other resources, which thankfully doesn't take very long usually, you can finally play. Gameplay is pretty good, latency isn't high, and the game has a steady high frame rate. Despite being limited to looking left and right, and maybe jumping sometimes, surprisingly, the controls are not that much of a hindrance. Similar things can be said about Quake 3. Here you also need to use commands to join servers, but unlike Quakeworld, downloading maps and resources can take hours since they are bigger. Sadly, all Nokia phones are not the fastest devices in terms of download speed. Unlike Quakeworld, some servers refuse to let you in because of certain modes that are not supported here or some other stuff, so you need to circle through multiple servers before you find ones that work. Gameplay has the same movement problems as the previous game. You can't comfortably strafe and look up and down with phone controls, which makes this game less enjoyable. Unlike Quake 1, this game is built more around fast movement and jumps, and slow phone controls do not work well with that. You can have fun of course, especially if you play with other Nokia users in a LAN party, but this plus slower frame rate really makes it less fun than QW. Back in 2008, it must have been impressive to see N95 run a game which had required state-of-the-art hardware 9 years earlier to run. And then there's a tiny device in your pocket that's powerful enough to run it without issue. Imagine having a port of Battlefield 1 on a flagship phone right now. That would be pretty crazy. Maybe not that much since we have stuff like Fortnite on mobile devices these days, but that's an outlier. In 2008, it must have been awesome to play Quake 3 on the go like that. In the end, what matters is that you can play with real people, and while you won't frag as easily with the D-pad as opposed to the keyboard and mouse, the fact that you are running those games on a piece of hardware like that is cool enough. Still, the games themselves are surprisingly playable. While not as nice, it's possible to play somewhat comfortably. Quake's multiplayer is fast-paced, so at the first glance you might wonder why would someone want to play that on a mobile phone. But trust me, even with the clunky mobile controls, it's very fun to play. It's really cool that someone poured their hard work to port those games to Symbian. They really show what those phones could do in terms of graphics rendering, and how phones were already becoming more and more powerful every year, rivaling laptops, especially netbooks and notebooks. If you liked the video, hit the like and subscribe button. See you soon.